My name is John Hwang. I'm a general surgeon in the Vancouver area and been here since about 2010. And yeah, have two kids, both teenagers, both not wanting me to be involved in their life right now. Married for about 20 years, and yeah, that's me.
Went back in 2016 when I did the physician quality improvement under Dr. Kurt Smetcher. It was like it was like a whole new set of learning for me. I was like, why didn't I kind of learn this earlier? When did you come across quality improvement science?
Didn't hear a lot until sort of the end of my residency training, and then I started practicing, and then you sort of forget about that stuff. And eventually I landed at the Royal Columbian Hospital, and then I was kind of voluntold to be the NISQIP surgeon champion, the National Surgical QI program, which is the guy that sort of is the gatekeeper for all that surgical data. It's at my particular site, it's really bad. Not just bad, like bottom 10% of the world bad.
Oh my gosh.
I'd hand over the report and say, what do you think? And they'd say, well, this data is bullshit because it's collected over a year and it's a running data. So what am I supposed to do with this? And obviously it's bad data because we're not that bad. We're really, really good. And then 3 months later, we do exactly the same thing, and then exactly the same thing. And
culture eats strategy for breakfast. In your words, what does it mean?
I think we're always making plans as to how we can do things and do things better and improve. But ultimately, if you don't have a certain infrastructure, if you don't have a certain ethos within your organization, if your leaders don't buy into what you're trying to achieve, then you can plan all you want. Nothing ever happens.
It's one of the more impressive things about PQI for me, that the curriculum really, it focused on that people side of change, on those kind of more complex and more nuanced issues of how to run teams, how to facilitate teams, and how to influence culture, and how to be a positive deviant, and how to bring new ideas, use liberating structures, those things that really are actually very, very practical at the end of the day. PQI recognizes the adaptive skills that need to be there for leaders in quality improvement.
Things like patient view or the personal side of things haven't always been appreciated or valued in my profession. And it's been incredibly frustrating because you study hard, you work hard, you work atrocious hours, you sacrifice your youth to do this, and yet, things still go wrong. Patients still suffer. You don't really know how you can fix things. It's easy to see why we burn out so quickly. And we don't know how to support one another when that happens, because it's like, well, what's wrong with you? Why aren't you more resilient? I think the bottom line is that we are in a system that, particularly in times of crisis, but even in normal times, is the risk mitigation strategy for things is for us to work harder and to keep on going. And I think the new generation of physicians won't accept what you and I went through.
That being said, to finish off this interview, if there was one concept that you wish every person in the system knew, that you think that would make the system a lot better, what would it be?
I think probably that it only works if everyone's involved. We're so focused in on sort of that utopian system that would solve everything. If only we had a new hospital or a new medical record system, or if we could implement such and such a clinical protocol everything would be better, and it doesn't work that way. I think there's the idea out there that it's for leaders or for QI champions or for doctors, and that's not the case. Everyone has to be involved. Everyone has to do their part. Otherwise, we don't get where we're wanting to go to.
If you enjoyed that trailer, don't forget to click the thumbs up and subscribe. You can find the link to the full-length episode in the description below.